everybody and welcome in. My name is Yolanda Bruce and we're here to do your daily video. My channel is a channel of light and facilitated well-being, healing for the body, mind, and soul. If you like the content and you feel like it resonates with you, definitely hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, it helps to grow the channel and let you know when new things have come out. It'll ring your bell and let you know that we have new content. So the channel was made to facilitate videos that will come to you when the time is, or to follow on a regular routine. So when I do these videos, they are collective videos and they will pertain to what you're dealing with in most cases for the collective. But each message is being recorded with a purpose later, so that it's not just for today and that's it and it's done. It will go on. It will be a message that might be brought to you by your angels, your spirit guides. So that's how I've designed it, so that the universe or the angels, like I said, can bring you messages when you need to hear them. So if you're hearing it now, it's not a coincidence and it's something that will give you insight. So we talk about different things. Sometimes I get sidetracked. But this is a channel that I read energy. So it's not like fortune telling. I'm not going to tell you if you're going to be rich and famous or hit the Powerball or whatever's going on. It's more, I read for growth, for healing, for well-being. I'm an empath, a healer. I'm an energy reader. I basically call myself a white light reader because it's not about trying to give you fortune and fame. I am here to help you understand what could be hindering you, getting in your way, blocking you from your full, purposeful, content, abundant life. So with that said, we're going to get started. Sorry, my asthma's by me. This crazy weather. I don't know about you guys, but we do this like on a regular basis. Like I told you, I do it every day. So I wanted to share it quick. Yesterday, this is recorded at the end of August, okay? Right before Labor Day. It's Labor Day weekend. So yesterday, I got very, very, very aggravated. Like something sent me over the edge. And I thought it was just me. Now, I am a woman, so I got my cycle this morning, so I didn't feel too crazy, and I don't mind sharing that. It's part of life. Sorry, guys, if you're watching this. And my hormones, your chemicals in your body can make you be affected. But this one was weird because it like came out of something triggered it, and then I was having trouble talking and saying my words, almost like specifically for like a day or two. The solar flares were coming through, and I wonder if they gave a Mercury retrograde type of energy, because Mercury was done a little while ago, plenty of time, but I'm like, I wonder if it's like a wrapping up. But then when the solar flares that came through, they activated something. I don't know, because like I said, I look at energy and I look at things, and then I go to work. The one girl that I worked with, she said that she got aggravated. She was off a little bit. Somebody posted online that they usually have the depression under control, and they were like, they were wrecked. And I literally, like, I had a meltdown. And what brought me back is I used my own advice, and I said, oh my gosh, like, what is wrong with you? You're telling people to be positive. And I was like, oh. And then I came out of it. And it's like I released, like, the only thing I can think of. And I want to know, if you please let me know, have you felt this? Like, it's almost like things percolated up from before, and you had to experience it, you had to feel it. And when you spewed it all out, because I was ranting raving to my husband, and I think he was looking at me like, oh my gosh, she's lost her mind. But then I felt better. I just kind of let it out, and but then I said to my husband, I'm okay. I don't know if it just got upset, it just whatever. And then when I said it to him today, I said, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, because then when I realized, I'm like, listen, you're a spiritual person. It's like I fell down in a timeline or something, and I was in that agitated state. And then I prayed to God. I was like, okay, Lord, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I'm hormonally imbalanced or something. Or I said to him, see, this might be funny. I think maybe I'm going crazy. It may be crazy. He goes, well, it does run in your family. And I looked at him, and he's like, not helping? No, not helping. Only my husband would say something like that. But then I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I am losing my mind. But then he said to me today, you know, now that I think about it, he says, I was kind of agitated and aggravated too. So I'm just putting it out there in the comments if you watch this and it's the time when it's being recorded, or just in general, I guess you could say whenever. Did you have a moment, like a day or so, where you maybe dealt with depression, or you got angry all of a sudden, or things bubbled up, or you were having trouble speaking, like a Mercurian energy? Just post if I'm the only one, or if you guys might have been feeling it. Because what I'm feeling like is that when the solar winds came through, I'm trying to explain it because that's what I do. I'm an explainer. The only thing I can think is that the particles and the things charged and agitated or caused things to stir up and maybe build an energy of something. I don't know. I'm going to look it up and see. But it was kind of weird because when he said it, and then one of the girls that I know, she's a little younger than me, but she said, oh my gosh, I had a meltdown and I've been having my depression. But then she's like, I'm doing better now today and stuff. I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't just me. So maybe you're going through something. Maybe you're having to release those last minute things, because I know we did a video where it was saying you're going to have to go through these things. You're going to have to experience it. And then you got to let it go. You can't hold on to it. So I'm wondering if it's like that last purge. Like, remember we said, it's like the cards were showing that we were going to have to go, now that we know what's been triggering, like what we're going to do. And I said, well, maybe there's like an underlying thing and everybody is, I don't know how to say it, like put in your face, like, this is what's really bothering you. Like, if you're really wanting to know and you're doing the shadow work, and shadow work is about dealing with the things that hinder you, hurt you, that you want to stuff down, you don't want to deal with, that's shadow work. Things that have damaged you a little bit. And I was like, oh, maybe, because what I was saying, it was like I wasn't holding back. It's kind of like when you're mad, you say what you really feel sometimes, and you can't take it back. That's why I always say, be careful with your words. And I was saying to him, I felt stuck, or different feelings and emotions. I said, well, maybe I had to speak it out loud. But then I said, I'm acting like everything's okay, and I really did feel okay. But then it was triggering me. Whatever was happening or going on yesterday, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I felt like I was going crazy, like I was under a spell type of thing or something. So I got this new deck, and I'm let a card pop. But this is new, so I'm just going to read what it says, because I'd like to understand. This is a new deck that I purchased, and I love the butterfly. Butterflies are like transformation. So, seeds of faith. Oh, maybe it's just reconnecting with the divine. There's that beautiful lotus plant. So we'll see what it has to say. This one is 36. Let's see. Almost there. 36, because this is a channel of, like, I try to share my experiences and stuff, because I'm not trying to tell you, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like, I'm sharing and growing right along with you guys, okay? I am a magnet. I'm going to show you this instead of my face. I am a magnet to my greatest destiny. Okay, that was part of the problem. I said I felt stuck. I didn't know what I wanted. I was trying to find my way. I was trying to be peaceful, but I'm being... I'm stirred that I want to go, and I'm being held. Like, I can't see my future. I said, I know I have to go into this new thing, but I'm going to be honest, I didn't know what I wanted. Like, I don't totally know where things are taking me, and I don't like being out of control like that. And I want to be able to build and do things, and, you know, but I just felt off kilter, like I wasn't really, you know, any place in general. Okay, so it says card 36 delivers a profound message encapsulated in the statement, I am a magnet to my greatest destiny. This card serves as a powerful reminder of the central role that faith plays in the process of manifestation. If we aspire to bring something forth from the unseen realms into our reality, we must possess unwavering faith that it is existence. The essence of this teaching lies in the understanding that when we genuinely believe something is already ours, the universe, in tandem with our subconscious mind, conspires to bring about its fulfillment. In practical terms, this means that if we harbor doubt or find ourselves in a state of begging for our desires, we inadvertently invite more doubt and lack into our lives. This is because the principle, I am a magnet to my greatest destiny, dictates that our subconscious mind can only amplify the seeds of faith we provide. This card invites you to recognize the power of faith and to wield it consciously in your manifestation endeavors. By cultivating and nurturing this faith, you align yourself with the universe forces that are eager to bring your desires to fruition. It is a profound reminder of the transformative potential of faith in shaping your reality. Pulling this card is a powerful sign that from the universe, that what you are calling in, praying for, and desiring is already yours. You own it. The sooner you can feel the fulfillment of your heart's deepest prayer, the sooner you will manifest it in your physical reality. Please take an action today to... I lost my place, sorry. Please take an action today in accordance with your future self that has manifested their heart's desire. For example, if you are desiring marriage with a specific person, get yourself a wedding ring and place it on your finger, or prepare a space in your wardrobe for that person to come in. All right, so I think what's happened is there's a lot of things happening, and I think as I'm manifesting, there's things that I was thinking I wanted, and then life happens, things happen, you get discouraged, you get whatever, and I think that what I was feeling is that I think when I get tired and I get weary and I get tired of waiting, and I know that I was supposed to be waiting and I was trying to be patient, but that's something I don't do well at. And sometimes we are old. I said to my husband, I feel like my old ego was coming in to try to resurface that old person I was, that, oh, I just want to be this, I'm never going to be anything more, blah, 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 you know, because your words are very important. And I had started changing that and pulling myself to a new part. But I think sometimes the doubt or the things creep in because we're human, you know? So maybe you're dealing with something. Maybe you were going gung-ho and then all of a sudden just kind of got thrown off your thing, or you got sick, or the allergies got you down, or just life, something happened. But where you would think that normally it wouldn't trigger you, it triggered you, or it made you feel like, oh my gosh, like you weren't feeling it. And the problem I'm having is that there's things that I'd like to do, but I'm not totally feeling engaged. And I think that just happens, and I'm always just so used to going that I think it gets in my way. And I don't know if this is how you guys are, that sometimes we get distracted and we're doing good, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, how did I get here? I said to him, I almost felt like I jumped into a lower timeline or something, or somebody punched me and I landed in a different timeline. Like I said, making excuses. I'd like to be silly about it, but like literally it felt like I was in a different place, like totally fine. And then all of a sudden, whoo, like I was in another place. I was like, oh, geez, what? I don't know where that came from. And then I went back to bed, got up this morning, and I said to him when he came into the store where I work, I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened yesterday because I'm perfectly fine now. I was like, oh my gosh, I am losing my mind. It's still kind of there, but like, it's almost like my future self or my conscience or God, like, because I said, I don't understand it. I don't know what happened, God. I want to be ready and I want to have better things, and I believe that it takes time, but there's a part of me that's just that kind of like wasn't wanting to wait anymore, or was getting frustrated, or didn't know the feeling, or the things that are coming in and changing. When they talk about an ego battle, oh my gosh, I felt it. Because your old programming does not want to finish. The old you wants to stay there. And the new me, or the new you, is trying to bring in positive things. And I don't think the world wants us to be positive and happy. I'm starting to think that. So you really have a battle of trying to be happy, trying to seek after the things that grow your soul, having that time to be down, not worrying about what other people think, not worrying about what's happening for other people. If it's happening for you, or you feel like you need to rest, then you need to rest, or if you're going for something, and you feel this is what you need to do. I think we hear things. I think we hear things subconsciously when we're watching TV, when we're listening to music, when we're just chit-chatting, getting in our mind, whatever. I almost feel like there's things put into what we're seeing or listening. And I know this sounds conspiracy, but like, that will kind of deter you or try to put you back to that other one, or put that expectation on you that maybe you don't fit into, you know, and that's not what you care about, but for some reason it's in your mind or you're thinking it. It's for somebody, maybe you're feeling the same thing, but you know that you want something better. You know that you're trying actively to become something better, but there's always that old ego. Oh, my dog's trying to get out. Trying to like get in the way. So this is our card we pulled out for you. I liberate myself from emotions that don't serve me. I can't make this up. Yeah. Emotions that are in fight or flight or responsive, whatever. Those are the ones that can be dangerous and haphazard. And I think that it's releasing ourselves from the old paradigm, the old you, the old way of thinking, you know, that it's not serving you anymore, especially not on this new journey and this new energy. But the old dark energy, or the thing that held you, or the thing that manipulated the person, the place, the job, might try to just, I'm not giving up yet, I'm going to try to take them back. And not even doing it. I mean, sometimes people do things maliciously. I think it's just done like they don't know what to do. So they're like grasping at whatever to keep you where you are or to not lose you. This one is Call, healer, seer, priestess, soul purpose, and ride the waves is the other one that came out here. This one is life lessons and growth. You will get through this. Yeah. So whatever's happening in your life, maybe the reason that there's some things happening, and including myself, is that you are, and this is water. That's why I grabbed water, because this was more emotions. This was true raw emotions that I was feeling yesterday, that was like being pushed up. And I don't know if it was being pushed up because I really needed, for me, maybe this is for you too, I needed to really see how I felt about something, even if it wasn't the way I was supposed to feel, or how I thought I felt, or the right way to feel. It was like the true essence of what I felt is that I felt stuck. I felt like I was missing out. I wanted, like, what I wanted was just not being provided to me. And I think it was like forcing me to actually see, which it did, because I said, oh, okay, maybe really I'm telling myself that I'm okay, but am I really? Am I really okay with where my trajectory, or what things are happening? Or do I have to kind of work on being patient with things coming in and believing that God has a purpose, the universe has a purpose, that there's divine timing? Because we all fall short. I mean, we're human. It is what it is. So there is stuff coming in, life lessons and growth. Patience is not my virtue. I will say it right out. I want now. That's why I'm trying to pay my credit cards. I'm trying to get my debt down, because I am a part of instant gratification, but I have acquired enough credit. Yeah, I'll have that. I want that now. And then I get the bill and I'm like, I can afford it, but does it take money? Should I just be spending my own money that I make instead of waiting? You know, oh, I'll just wait because I said it, you know, other people want to, you know, they have it now. But with credit, if I'm getting it now, I'm probably paying. So I'm trying to learn that lesson. I'm trying to put it into my life, because we are all human. We are a soul within a human, living, experiencing, and learning from our life while we're here. So know that you have things that you may be going through, some lessons, some trials that might be coming up, and not to hurt you, to grow you, to make you aware. And if you are becoming more perceptive and you're becoming more attuned to downloads and what the universe has for you, and like I said, priestess, priest, is that you're receiving the messages from the Most High. If you want to become a better person and you're watching this channel and you're like, yeah, I want to do this, you're going to have to deal with a little bit of the bull dinky too, because there's a lot of it in our lives. There's things that will always be in our life. You can tell yourself you're perfect. I got it all under control. Like, no, you don't all have it under control. You might look like you got it under control, but underneath it all, we're all human. We're all broken. We're all damaged. We all have an insecurity. Some of us are better at disguising it and getting through life, but we all have something we're dealing with that isn't going the way we want, or we feel a certain way. We can be told that, we can tell ourselves, oh no, I can't feel that way. I have to be good. I have to do this. I can't, you know, but that doesn't mean you don't feel it. It just means that you've pushed it aside. I'm not supposed to feel that, or I don't want to deal with that. Or you in your mind are saying like, I'm not supposed to feel that way, but deep down, that's really how you're feeling. And I think what I'm realizing is that you have to acknowledge it. You have to realize that it's okay to feel that way. But like I think I've said before, listening to my own advice, you have to look at why it's bothering you, why you don't want it. What is really, where is it stemming from? Are you not dealing with something? Are you trying to tell yourself something that you're okay with that maybe your soul and you're not okay with it? Or it's not where you want to be, but you're trying to tell yourself because you don't want to stir things, or you want to believe it. You're trying to tell yourself that it's okay. But if something like that happens and it comes up and you're triggered and you start spewing things, that's the time when you need to look at, okay, I want to be okay with things, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I really need to evaluate or get help with something, or really be honest with myself. And that's hard when you have to be honest with yourself, because sometimes we want to believe we got it all under control and we're doing good, and then you're like, oh, maybe I'm not doing that good. Maybe I still have some stuff I got to deal with. But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, now I know. Because once you get past that, like you feel like you're going to like hurt people, punch people, get mad. Something triggered me on the phone. But then when I was out of it, I was like, okay, I guess I got some things to look at. Maybe I'll reevaluate it. Maybe I won't just assume that I'm going to be okay, that maybe I will consider my feelings, my own feelings, how I really feel about it, how I'm feeling about it, and be honest. I'm trying to work through this, but presently this is how I feel, and it's hard for me. And be gentle with myself, because sometimes we're not as gentle with ourselves as we are with others. This is your next card that came out. Keepers of the earth. You're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Yeah, you've got your spirit team. You've got your angels. Maybe at this time you could feel alone. You could feel like nobody else is going through what you're going through, or you're experiencing something all by yourself, or you don't want to share. But you know what? All those ancestors, loved ones, people who've passed, angels, guardians, they know exactly what's going on. They can telepathically, they're connected to your subconscious. They see the true you. That's why they stay and they help you, because they can see they can see that you're trying to get through and be strong. And they are usually there to comfort you, to show you a way, to get you through, because that's how it was designed. And you usually have people around you, but maybe you don't. But when you go to the next realm, you can connect with people on a different level. Like your loved ones will understand how you feel. They'll understand how they made you feel. They will be able to connect to you in a different way, because there's no barriers, there's no body. They will be on a different frequency, so that when you go into your subconscious mind or you're around them, they will be able to see how they treated you, why you felt the way you did, or how you felt that way, and they will understand you, which we can't do that in the physical form, because we can't read minds. Unless you're a special person, we can't read or see how we're affecting people. That's why sometimes there's miscommunications. We don't know sometimes when we're hurting somebody, and we could genuinely be doing something innocently, and it's really bothering somebody, but because they love you and they don't want to say something or whatever, they might keep it in. But once a person passes, and say there's a death and you've had some problems, the person that you might have had a problem or had a problem with you, on the other side, they might not have that problem anymore. They may understand what they did to you, or how they made you feel, or why you felt the way you felt, or you didn't reveal enough and they couldn't understand why you were the way you were. They now understand on the other side. Here's your next cards. We, the Hathors. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Yeah, we're rebirthing this new thing. We're getting ready to go into this new cycle. Star Keeper, cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Yeah, I think that's kind of what happened. I probably was dealing with stuff, job, life, situations. And when we become frazzled, tired, agitated, we're probably going to become ungrounded. Or if we get doing too much inside, we're not doing stuff to to release, to be outside. That's what happens a lot when you work a lot. You get a little agitated, or if you're working a lot and you're not being able to release it, we need to be grounded. And I think I totally became ungrounded. And I think the energy that's coming from the sun is ungrounding us. And then I felt bad because I had, excuse me, I had said like a prayer, or I was speaking with the universe, and I was opening up my chakras and my energy portals and clearing them and opening them and being open and vulnerable to love and allowing myself to be more, so the channel would work, and to ground myself. And then I said, oh my gosh, did I release myself from something and cause myself to go crazy? But then when I realized, if I'm opening myself up for vulnerability and I'm wanting the free channel of energy to come through all my chakras, maybe that's why things got stirred up, because then it's not a hiding thing. It's not a blockage. It's not being stuck somewhere. It's being able to rise to the surface so it can be dealt with and released. So I took it as, okay, I don't want to do that again for a little while, but thank you. I'm glad that I was able to see what really was going on. And maybe it was something that I had so well protected and so shoved down, and so maybe something was blocked and it just wasn't allowing it to come up to be dealt with, because something in my chakra systems, because there's so many different things that can cause you to be blocked in your energy systems. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to elevate, and not because I want you to think, oh, she sells that in a box of chicken. No, I want to do it for me. My goal for you is the same as mine. I want to be happy. I want to be joyful. I want you to be happy and you to be joyful and full of light and living a life of abundance. But in that process, it can get a little messy. Kind of like they said, spiritual awakening and dark night of the soul and all that is not butterflies and kisses. It is hard, because it's dealing with the reality. It's dealing with the things that hurt you. It's learning how to release them, to free yourself, to lift your vibration. It's not easy. And I'm seeing that myself. So guys, I hope your day was much better than mine. This day was good, but yesterday, maybe not so much. So I hope you enjoy the day. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to get some fresh air, and I'm going to sit now that the rain has stopped and allow myself to breathe in fresh air, touch the ground. I'm going to put my feet on the ground. So maybe that's something you might want to do, and embrace the energy of the earth to allow it to balance me, open up all my chakras, and make me feel one with the universe. Guys, have a great day.